Hello everyone. Today we are going to talk about the difference between stateless and stateful widgets. Stateless and stateful widgets are two of the most common widgets you're going to experience while developing in Flutter. In case you're new to Flutter and aren't familiar, you can see the two widgets when you first create a new app in the demo counter example. So what are these two widgets? Well, they control the overall state of the widget. More specifically, these two widgets decide if the overall view of the widget can or cannot be changed. If you look up the definition for the stateless widget, for example, it says a widget that does not require mutable state. In contrast, the definition for the stateful widget says a widget that has mutable state. So what does mutable mean? A quick Google search has the definition of mutable as liable to change. So simply put, a stateful widget has the ability to be actively or dynamically changed, where a stateless widget does not. So let's take a look at an example. We're going to build an app that simply flips a coin. It's going to have an AppBar at the top that displays if it's heads or tails, and then it'll have a floating action button at the bottom you press to flip the coin. Hopefully this is a simple example to show you the difference between the stateful widget and the stateless widget. So let's get started. I'm going to start with my typical material package and my normal main run app, and we're going to put coin flip in here. And then I'm going to type STLESS, and I'm using Android Studio. I believe you can type STL if you're using VS Code. Hit tab, and it's going to automatically put my stateless widget in there. And then I will type coin flip, and there we go. So the first thing we're going to do is delete this line here, and at the very top we're going to put integer coin head equals 0. Then down here I'm going to do a material app. Then I will do a scaffold. Inside the scaffold, I'm going to do an app bar. Then I'm going to do a title of text that says the coin is. So here I'm going to do what's called a ternary operator, which is more or less just a simplified if-then statement. So I'm going to top it out and then I'll explain it to you. So what is more or less happening here is it says if the coin head equals 1, then I want to display the coin is heads. If it is not equal to 1, then I want to display the coin is tails. Because the coin head is currently set to 0, then it's going to currently show tails. Let's run it and take a look. Okay, and just as we expected, it says the coin is tails. So now we're going to create the floating action button. So we created a floating action button that has a child of an attached money icon, which is just a $sign. I couldn't find an actual coin. I didn't look too hard. And then onPressed is empty right now. So now we are going to add the option to flip our coin. And to do that, we need to import Dart Math. So up here at the top, I'll type in Dart:\math. So then up here below the coin head, we're going to type random coin side equals new random. Then down here in the onPressed, we're going to add coin head equals coin side dot next int 2. I'm going to go ahead and put a print statement in here. So now when I press the button, you'll see in the console that it's changing between 1 and 0. 1 obviously being heads, and 0 being tails. But you'll also notice while I'm pressing the button, the app bar does not change. It continues to stay tails even if we're switching to heads. So we can, in theory, fix that by adding a set state. So right here where the coin head is, we're going to add set state. And then we're going to cut this and paste it in here. but you'll notice that we get an error. The method setState isn't defined for the class coinFlip. Okay, if I put my mouse over it, it says the method setState isn't defined for the type coinFlip. And you'll also notice up here on the class, coinFlip says this class, or a class that this class inherits from, is marked as immutable. And as we learned earlier, mutable means liable to change. So what this is saying is this class is marked as not able to be changed. So how do we get this working? Do we have to completely rebuild stuff from stateless to stateful? Fortunately, Android Studio and VS Code both have a way to do this easily. I'm going to right mouse click on Stateless Widget. I'm going to click Show Context Actions, and I'm going to say Convert to Stateful Widget. Okay, it is now a stateful widget, and you'll notice that there are no notices or errors. So I'm going to press play one more time. I'm going to press the button over here, and you'll see it now changes between heads and tails. So in summary, stateless widgets are used when you don't need to make changes to the state, and stateful widgets are used when you do. Now, as with all the videos that I've done so far, it can be more complex than that, but hopefully this gives you a basic idea of how it works. So here's another video you might also like, and if you'd like to see more videos from me, please consider subscribing. Thanks, and we'll see you in the next one.